What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gutter from the Gutter News Network, and honestly, I got something kind of disturbing, at least to me and to a few other people. It's about the United Nations, the UN. So I believe if it was not last week, it was the week before. It happened on a Sunday. Supposedly, they were supposed to be having a UN summit about something. I'm not gonna go into details about it, but it was supposed to be having a UN summit in Salt Lake City, Utah, and people were kind of trying to protest it and stuff like that. And there was this one reporter that went into a building that was supposedly rented with the United States tax dollars for the UN people to stay in while they were there. The reporter went inside, started filming, and immediately was confronted by a a UN security officer, stating that she couldn't film, she didn't have permission to film, which is taking away the freedom of press, because us in the United States have that freedom. The freedom to report and provide information to other people, record, podcasts, stuff like that. And after she was told that she could not record, the woman asked, "Well, aren't you a public servant?" The UN officer then replied, "No, I am a UN security officer. This building, we have taken it over on Sunday and made it our compound." And she asked the question, like, a compound? Like a compound? She was like, "Yeah, we took over this territory, and this inside these doors is UN international territory, and outside of the doors is the United States." That's kind of disturbing to me, seeing as how I'm a United States citizen and we are out supposedly, fighting crime and, fighting the war on terrorism and stuff like that. But yet, we're letting these people come in here and take over buildings in our U.S. cities and making them into their compounds. This is not an embassy. This is something way different. A compound is way different from an embassy. Okay, embassies, you do business, and you have certain political people that try to cut deals with other nations to provide peace or whatever the case may be. But when you take over a building, a whole building, this wasn't just a building either. It was a palace in Salt Lake City. And they said it loud and clear. We came in on Sunday and took over the compound. This was just a normal building for us people in the States and here in the country. It's just a normal building, nothing compound about it. But here they came in, they took over the building that we paid for with our tax dollars. So they were allowed to come here for their summit, and all of a sudden they just said, "You know what? We're taking this shit over." What kind of shit is that? And why are we letting these people fucking do that here in our own fucking country? Talking about the war on terrorism, to me, that's terrorism. That's an act of war committed by the UN. Come to United States soil and take over a building and then claim like, "Yo, this ain't United States no more when you up in this building. This is the UN. This is international territory. Anybody from any country that got any dealings with us can come into this compound and be safe and plan whatever the fuck they want to plan and stuff like that." You gotta be out your goddamn mind. For real. You gotta have a couple of screws loose in your fucking head for you to allow this shit to fucking happen. Like, are you kidding me? And then you're gonna tell me that even though I'm on US soil, that I can't film you? Bitch, you gotta be out your fucking mind. You in my country talking about you taking over this compound and expect me to be alright with that shit? You got me fucked up with somebody else, cuz. You really do. Like, and then I do a little bit of digging and a little bit of research, and they're already starting to, recommend laws and trying to pass laws for the state of Utah and this and that and the third. Like, where they do that? How that happen? How did the UN just come in here and just start, being able to pass laws? They passing laws. How you passing laws and you not even a citizen of the United States, but you passing laws in our country that we gotta abide by? That don't make no sense. And the leaders of Utah and our country leaders like Trump and the Republicans and all these Democrats and everybody who's out there trying to talk about peace and stopping wars and this and that. They letting this shit happen. Like right under our noses. They letting that shit happen. They not giving not one fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Today I'm not being too formal about it because this really got me pissed off. Like usually I try to be professional and formal about things even though I'm far from it. And now you see that I'm far from it because that's kind of fucked up. You're going to come over and take over a building, call it a compound of yours, and then you're going to start trying to pass laws in our country that we got to abide by, but we didn't vote for them because we got democracy here. We got a voting system here. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like since 1945, this is what they wanted. You feel me? The UN was created by, President Roosevelt and that Winchester dude and stuff like that to start up a global law system. One world, one law type ordeal. That new world order everybody be talking about. And this is how they doing it. This is how they doing it. You get invited to come in, the taxpayers, they'll pay whatever so you can stay up in a building somewhere for however many days while you're here for a summit or a discussion, and then boom, all of a sudden, we took this shit over. This is ours now. And it's like everybody cool with it. It's like everybody cool with it. I'm not cool with that, bro. Like, for real, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with the fact that people from other countries and other entities outside of the United States is coming here and talking about they taking over stuff. And these are the same people that want to take our guns away. No, it ain't our politicians here. It goes into a bigger system than that. You know what I mean? Like, one world, one government. So obviously we created the UN, so this is what we wanted in the end. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a bigger picture. It's not about Republicans, it's not about Democrats, it's not about Independent Party, it's not about Green Party. It's not about none of that, bro. All that shit on the TV and everybody slandering each other to try to get a spot at the presidential, seat. And seats in Congress and the legislature and stuff like that. It's all just distractions. So we don't see what's going on behind closed doors, like I'm trying to explain today. And I will leave the link to the article and the video in the description of this video, whether I post it on YouTube or Facebook, wherever I decide to post it. It's kind of disturbing. You got a bitch that sound like she is from like Zimbabwe or somewhere in fucking Africa with another nigga that looked like he European right next to her talking about, yeah, this is UN compound. This is UN compound. We took over this territory on Sunday. This is no longer United States territory. United States territory is outside those doors. Bitch, you in Salt Lake City, Utah. What is you talking about? That's United States territory. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Now, if you was talking about you setting up an embassy and stuff like that, I know that, things like that work a little different. You do dealings with people, and stuff like that, because the embassy is a little different. But you talking about a compound, so that means you're going to have soldiers there. You know what I mean? Armed soldiers to the T with riot gear and AR-15s and grenades and rocket launchers and smoke grenades and all types of shit. You know what I'm talking about? But we the people, we out here, we see this, and we don't do nothing about it. I'm trying to do something about it. I can't do nothing about it right now because of my certain situations, but you're damn right I will do something about it. Whether I have to protest or sign petitions or go about it on some type of other means, I'll eventually be doing something about it, because this right here, this is unacceptable. You know what I mean? I grew up as a United States citizen. Whether we war internally with ourselves because of certain political parties or certain views and beliefs, it doesn't matter. We got to come together because of stuff like this. It's sad that we fear terrorism, people coming up and flying planes into buildings, or car bombings, or people taking trucks and running people over off the road, talking about they come from a certain organization, stuff like that. Even though that type of stuff is set up too, they make us want to fear that and pay attention to that, so we don't bat an eye about this type of stuff. Because in the end, this is what they want. We got UN compounds, quote unquote, all over this country now. And it's like, either you don't notice, you're not aware, or you just don't care and you shrug your shoulders like, oh, well, it is what it is. It isn't what it is, because it isn't what it should be. If we live in the United States of America, we should not be letting the United Nations come in here, take over certain buildings and territories of ours, and then start trying to pass laws on our soil that we as United States citizens got to abide by. Talking about we can't record without their permission. But it's my unalienated right as an American that I have the right to press. You know what I mean? I have the right to free speech. I have the right to walk into any public building anywhere and record whatever I want. Whether if you want to question me or not, it's my unalienated right as an American, as said so in the Bill of Rights and our constitutions. I can do that. You as a UN officer don't have the right to tell me that I can't do that when we're on United States soil. I don't care what you say about taking over a compound and once you're inside these doors, you're in international territory. No, I'm not. Is this still located within the region of the United States of America? Yeah, it is. And is this not only located in a region of the United States of America, but it's located in a very known region of the United States of America? Salt Lake City is a big city. It's a metropolis. You feel what I'm saying? Concrete jungle. And they out here trying to take over buildings and compounds. I know why. Because when that martial law comes into play, it won't be our local police officers and our hired soldiers that's going to be coming in and taking our guns and out with the riot gear and stuff like that, trying to calm everybody down and bring into existence a new law. It's gonna be them people right there. The UN soldiers is gonna be them people right there. And y'all people not seeing this. This is why martial law hasn't been declared yet. It's because they still getting ready for it. And the reason they getting ready for it is because they don't feel like they have enough soldiers. When are we gonna wake up as Americans? When are we gonna wake up as a people and fight this? I don't see very many people that I know fighting this or even paying attention to stuff like this. And this is what bothers me. Because I grew up a certain kind of way. I grew up in the hood. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody in the hood want to claim that they bad about it. But when they confronted with situations like this, what you gonna do about it? Well, I don't care. As long as I keep on getting my money, I'm straight. What? You bullshitting. You soft. You don't stand for nothing. You don't stand for nothing. Everybody want to be a gang member, but when it's time to really bang out, nobody do nothing about it. All the rednecks out in the country and in the rural areas, they got all these guns and all this ammo that they go hunting with and stuff like that. They talk about they shoot somebody if they come into their house. But what happens if somebody comes into your country with your government's approval, talking about they took over? What you gonna do about it? What are you doing about it? Are you not caring? Does that not disturb you? Because that damn sure disturbs me. I'm just saying, like, it's stuff to think about. It's stuff you got to wake up about, like, and everything that goes along with it. That's for another video, but it's actually a few more videos, a lot more videos. But, you know, what are we as a people doing about it? Like, we got the numbers. We got the weaponry if needed. We got the voice. You know, we got these two hands right here. What are we doing about it? Or what are we going to do about it? If we ain't doing nothing about it now, what are we going to do about it in the short run? Soon to come, what are we going to do about it? You just going to stand by, sit back, drink your beer, smoke a blunt, smoke a cigarette, and let this shit happen? Then when you realize it's too late to do anything, you fucked? Because now I should have paid attention. Oh, I should have listened. Oh, I really wish I was awake. There's people like me that's trying to wake y'all up. You feel me? And y'all just don't wake up. Y'all just don't wake up. And this is kind of disturbing. It really is disturbing. Like, y'all don't understand it. Like, this doesn't make me scared, but it makes me kind of nervous at the sense. Like, they can cause an event at any given time to add mass hysteria throughout the country, and boom, martial law, because everybody's going crazy. And then they take over. One world, one government. Now we got to abide by somebody else's rules that we didn't vote upon. Or we didn't try to vote upon. Because just because we vote on a law doesn't mean it's going to get passed. Feel what I'm saying? But at least we tried. At least we did our duty as an American. So what are we going to do now as an American? What are you going to do now? It's up for you to decide. It's a Gutter News Network. And I'm out.